big welcome to you, my dear Scorpio, and of course, a big welcome to all the other zodiac signs that felt like this constellation was speaking to them. The Sun in Gemini is highlighting the Moon in Scorpio. So we see here through these images, we see immediately a story. We see that here two people stand in front of their trees, respectively, being looked upon by a guardian angel. The three is created through the body, mind, and soul energy. And here we see how then out of this comes a white horse. Somehow a huge transformation can happen when duality comes together and something new can happen. Now, what I find really fascinating, and I realized that yesterday in the German reading, is that the king is already lying down here, dead, in this card, right? So the Hierophant is walking towards him. He understands that transformation is imminent, is something that is happening even right now. Our body is transforming itself every 7 years. We have a new body. She doesn't even look at the death, and he's just kind of curious. He's like, oh, who is this kind of strange fellow here, right? And so you lie here, already dead. You kind of were so not realizing it, that death can come, or that a certain transformation is maybe necessary to let go so much that you are lying here. And a mutable sign is a sign that can adapt, and you a fixed sign. A fixed sign is that's the center of fall. This is the end of spring. Now, I'm doing these readings because I'm studying the tarot, and I'm using as many as, I think, 19 tarot and oracle cards so that I can learn how they even interact from different timelines. I go as far back as the 15th century until now the 21st century. So almost 600 years, right? That's speaking also to this 6. Now, my tarot is with yoga position because I want you to feel through the position. I want you to feel what this feels like. And I took here King Pigeon. King Pigeon is one of the most difficult positions, and self-love or loving someone else is one of the most difficult things we do in life. So reaching back into the feet, because the body parts for Gemini are the arms and the hands. And in this position, we must open ourselves so much. It's kind of a back bend, but one leg stays here. So we open ourselves in the hips, we open ourselves. I mean, it's just once you reach that foot, it's kind of this incredible awakening or energy that's going through your body, and you realize, yes, now I understand this card. So as you can see, we have the blue and the red triangle, and then the people here who feel this big moment up in the sky. For you, of course, I took Scorpio pose. I mean, what else is there for me? Scorpio is letting go of the ego by focusing so much on how I'm getting into this pose, how I'm bringing my feet above my head. And of course here I put it into the center of the heart and the phoenix rising. The card is called Noon in the Hebrew letter. So there are two fish, and out of that central you're rising, but you also have two wings, and behind it a new world that you, because you are coming into this world transformed, you also see the world from a completely new perspective. Then your court card is the King of Cups. You are in the middle of the ocean and you want to know all about love, and you dive deep, and The birthday here is October 13 and November 12. If that's your dates, then this is your card. If not, look in the description below. I have listed all the cards for the court cards if your birthday is before or after, or you're another sign that's just randomly looking into this reading. So, connecting back to the last reading where it said Sun was then in Taurus, and you had a full moon and an eclipse in your sign, and it said body, mind and spirit are ready to begin the creative new age of Aquarius. You had three very strong figures. You had the Magician, you had the Fool, and you had the Empress. So you had 0, 1 and 3, right? And I'm going, of course, to integrate this title with what I see here. And explain the decks that I'm using so that you're getting an understanding. So the first one is the Visconti Sforza Tarot. In itself, a big love story. The family Visconti had a daughter, the family Sforza had a son, and they got married because back then money married money, and they had so much money that they painted tarot decks, that they painted each time when there is a female, then she was painted, and each time there was a male, he was painted. So a big love story that is still today speaking to us. So the first card that comes out of that deck is the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is Moon in Sagittarius. Now the moon, the full moon in Sagittarius is on Monday into Tuesday, and this full moon is giving you the push to, no matter what happened, to continue, right? This is not an easy task, to be body, mind and spirit, to create, to begin creative the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is an intense age because it's going to be an age of mind. It's going to be an age of a mental nature, because Aquarius is an air sign, and that's connected to the swords. Now, what do you do if you think too much? You act. You do. You go out, you drive a bike, you cook, you go for a swim, you act. You don't sit and think and fall into an energy that's pushing you too much. So here you are, and of course, if you feel like you went through a big transformation, then it's telling you, it's 10 o'clock, it's telling you that when you lie here, you get up and you do. You get up and you create again a new action that is in this pattern with the central axis, that one wand, that even you are holding with this banner. You connect with that one true action that comes from the heart, that comes from a higher spiritual place, and that creates then this symmetry. So full moon in Sagittarius, right? It's already speaking to you what is happening in the next day. And Oswald Wirth, who was in the Kabbalistic Rose Cross Order that was formed 1888 in France, comes now your card, right? So you are here. These I didn't pull. I used them because Arthur Waite or Rider Waite cards are the most known in the world. So I'm using them as a demonstration. Where's the sun and where's the moon? So here you are. Look at you. And two heads are lying down here. Hands and feet are lying there. And it looks quite brutal, but it's a meaning of let go of your ego, let go of your actions, let go of those parts, of those body parts that would usually do too much. And so maybe Even that is too much, right? Even it's counterparting in a way. The Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, that is in the last reading, speaking about creatively working with that. Now, when something is formed around 1888, there is a meaning behind it. 3 times the 8, that's a portal. And 8 is the earth star above us, and 3 times is the power to know that there is an earth star watching over us. So you are here looking at, okay, I'm actually into action, and you have that one that's cutting everything off, which is the central line, cutting everything off and saying, okay, I'm gonna really let go. I'm really letting go, right? So you're really letting go. You're letting go of things that you realize don't work for you anymore. The 13 then becomes a 4. Then out of the Hermetic Tarot, which was used out of the Order of the Golden Dawn, that was also formed 1888 in London. And Hermetic Tarot is black and white and is used to demonstrate that it's just about duality. There's no color, there's no destruction in the sense of like it's all about just white and black or black and white. Now you got the Justice card, and you come through a Libra as a Scorpio. You become through a Libra now connected to a balanced life, more connected to being in your center. And what was fascinating, I also got this card coming up, which is the moon in Sagittarius, right? So the full moon in Sagittarius, Monday to Tuesday, is speaking to you. Do understand that you have that inner strength to overcome anything. You have the power to feel that the 9 is a completion of you did too much. Now you just do what's necessary. You do what you feel comes from the only place, which is a higher consciousness. And that is just. That is speaking to you already. That is just. And yes, the moon is saying that the moon in your sign now is helping you to just do that. So that's these were created by Godfrey Dawson. And now comes Arthur Wade. The hand of God is giving you then the money. A money that is spiritual, a money that is giving you the power to create in the physical world something that is worth of creating. 1920 were these great. And Aleister Crowley, now these two come out of this order, the order of the Golden Dawn, out of the Hermetic Tarot that they learned and studied, because back then in this order you had to learn and study the Tarot and create your own, and the most beautiful ones were published. Now, interesting enough, Aleister Crowley's card were printed 22 years after his death, 1969, 22 major arcana. So it's a very symbolic, actually, energy here in his cards. And the money is going to be successful that is handed to you as the 1 coin that goes into the 6 coins, into the success. A success that makes a rose grow in between, a success that I also have here between the blue and the red, between the 6 of this Gemini energy that is saying, yes, when you understand the triangle that's pointing up, when you understand the triangle that points down, when you understand the hexagram as one of the oldest symbols in this world, you understand everything. You understand almost, everything. And so the success is handed to you, and you will be able to do something. Now, the next card, Hermann Handel, 1985, a German artist. Very important also because he has quite a strong story to tell. He speaks here about, or through his cards comes a little bit of a disappointment through the Five of Cups. Now, usually we see the Five of Cups, which is Mars in Scorpio. We see 3 cups spilled and 2 cups still behind him. Now here we have 1 cup standing and 4 cups emptying itself into this 1 cup standing. And interesting is that how you arrange the cups, how you see that actually these 2 are pouring their energy into this one last standing here. And these 2 either also pour into this one or are empty already. I don't know, because it's the same stream. Now we know that the fives, just looking if there are already portals. There's an 11. Yeah, you have an 11 portal. So the justice is speaking to you and saying, yeah, this is good. Oh, and you have, hold on. You have a 9-9 portal. Right? A portal for me is always when 2 numbers are already speaking more strongly than 1 number. So 2 times is the creative completion, a completion that has helped you to learn something, to understand something deep in your subconscious. You learn something. So the 9-9 portal is here, a 1-1 portal through the 11, and a 6-6 portal if I take these, even though I didn't pull them, but they're here, right? Nevertheless, 6-6 portal. So 2 times 6 is the power, the creativity to see through the third eye. Now the 5. The 5 speaks about always challenging times, a time that gives you a certain sadness, and out of that you can grow. You have learned through this loss, through, I think, through something that was holding you back, and now you really let go and you really feel still this sadness, even though there is something coming to you that's speaking to you and saying here through the medicine woman, the temperance, the moon in Sagittarius, the 5-5, because this is the card number 14, the 5-5 portal is giving you through this sadness, through the tears, through the letting go, through the understanding that things are sad, and that I learned through that to come out and give and be in balance, the same way that you are in balance here, the same way that you are learning through moon in Sagittarius that sometimes the central path is the only path that's actually then helping you, focusing on this 1 cup, the cup of love, the same way how this cup of how this money, this coin of comes through the hand of God to you. So 2 cups left, which is opposite of Gemini. So the sun is going to be in Gemini and the full moon is going to be in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is speaking about temperance, is speaking about the rainbow of creativity, the I am one with myself, I am understanding the alchemical transformation of the lovers into the 2 of cups. This is an alchemical transformation that's saying we are not anymore humans in flesh, now we're becoming spirits. We transformed, we learned, right? We moved forward, we moved ahead. Then comes you. Now I didn't pull you either, I'm just demonstrating that in a way. I have so many cards, so it looks like I have the past, I have the present, and I have the future. But of course I'm reading them like a path that is even coming from the last reading to you, right? So this path continues because it continues, right? Every day we get up, every day we go to sleep, and every day we learn. So here you are, and behind you is the Oracle of M square 2. And the Oracle of M square 2 is saying, these are German, I don't have them yet in English, you can build on the dude. The number 20. You can build on the dude. Now, of course, in this card, she explains very clearly that what if we take this energy or God or whatever you call it, and we can also call it the dude, right, out of the movie. What was the movie? Jeff Bridges was in the movie. I just forgot. I will put it in the description below. Today is your happy day. You can really let the dude or the quantum field do what it would like to do for you, to create and to bring you what you ask for already a long time. So you have a lucky day, right? You have a lucky day. You have the 20. The 20 is 2 and a 0. 2 is the high priestess. 0 is a new beginning. So you're beginning on a spiritual level to go into the number 7, pure nature. And pure nature is speaking to you about allowing the natural path to help you, allowing the openings that you speak into this little rosebud, allowing yourself to stand here and be guided and understood and be as natural as you can be, being yourself. Because after that comes the 8 of coins, which is Sun in Virgo. So the 6 of coins, that money from the Ace of coins to the 6 of coins, and now we go into the 8 of coins, is speaking that you working hard, like to play a cello, you need to study and you need to work on it forever to be able to play this instrument. And so you working on yourself, you continuously understand that it's about training, it's about having fun, and it's about being natural is the only way forward in life, right? After a transformation that brought you also a little bit of a sadness, but that sadness is helping you to see the melting of energy, this melting of energy within you. And then Alberto Villolo is bringing the magic to you. The number 33 is bringing you an innocence, is bringing you a feeling of a childlike wonder again that this beautiful young girl is holding here. 3-3 and 7. So this is again a 6, but this is a 3-3 portal, right? So I don't calculate it to a 6. So you're becoming very innocent. You want to work it out. You want to do good. You want to create something in this world. And the magic is here, 3-3. Octopus energy speaking in sense of the number 8 through the 8 of earth. This work, understanding that yes, maybe you using as many hands as possible. And this is a water sign. And the octopus is saying reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction, when in balance, interested, engaged, and intelligent. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. So there could be then this understanding that, yeah, maybe you need to learn to hold your boundaries. Maybe you need to learn to actually be a little bit in your own business and don't tell everybody about what's going or what's the newest information in your life. Also, when you're sad, not the whole world needs to know about your drama. It's your test. It's not the other people's test to hear about it. If you have then, of course, a person that likes to hear that, wonderful. But also be conscious about not being too much into others people's business by sharing your business. If you do that, then you're going to be very successful. You get the 6 of Wands. So you're going down from 9 of Wands back down to the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands is Jupiter in Leo. And so here you are, 6-6 portal. 666. Right? So you have a 6 of, you have a success here, you have the Gemini, and you have a success here, you have a financial, and you have a success that makes you stand there and be like, yeah, I am, right? I am here, and I am really ready, and I am stepping up, and I'm showing myself again. I'm showing myself. I want everybody to see me. But remember this, right? Remember to work on, this is an 8-8 portal for me, work on your boundaries, right? Work on being in your business, work on not pushing too much that other people need to know everything about you. The last row, now comes the Creativity Oracle. Here is a very beautiful card. The butterfly is very often connected with the transformation. And this transformation that you're going through is speaking to you, and you hear she sits on this throne and is looking at you, and it says visualize. When we develop our abilities to visualize, we can manifest maximum influence on our experience of reality. The number 54. 54 is then the 9, a 9-9 portal again. Now you have 3 times the 9, which is then the power to see the completion of a cycle. Through the full moon, you're going to see in this full moon in Sagittarius, you're going to liberate yourself, you're going to be free, you're going to like start a whole new cycle, right? And so what you cut off here, right? La mort. These are, by the way, French cards, right? So I have French, German, and English cards. That's, I'm speaking all 3 languages. And it's very interesting because the 4, as a stability, the death is really speaking to you about death is always going to be there. Death is what we're all going to go through. And so it's a very strong energy. It's a very strong, and it's very stable. That's why you also it's fixed. You cannot change it. And even the scientists are working on maybe prolonging our lives, but still we cannot stop death yet. Thanks God. So the 9-9, 3 times 9 completion is now coming through the 3 times here, speaking to you about visualizing where you want to go and what you want to do. And now you have a 7. A 7 where sometimes you're holding back a little bit with showing yourself and being a little sneaky and being a little bit tricky with the energy of Moon in Aquarius. And I think this is what's speaking here again to the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is that we have sometimes too many options. We have too many options in our mind and sneak away and steal things. And so are a little sneaky, like a snake who steals things. And the birds up there are trying to defend. And here's a little nest as well, right? So something is speaking about when you are in the 7-7, 2 times 7, there's a creativity about being natural, about holding on, of course, to something that you don't really need to hold on to. And you got to learn that. You got to learn that you got to let go. You got to let go. You don't need to hold on to nothing. Because then comes again the 5, because the 5 is here through the 5 of Cups. The 5 is here through Sagittarius. And now the 5 is here through the equator to make equal. And that's what this card is doing, right? She is blending now. The two people have blended into one. They have transformed themselves into one. And the black is showing the way for the white. It's very interesting, right? So usually you would say, okay, the light is showing the way, but it's the dark that's showing the way forward into the future, forward into the 3 of Wands, Sun in Aries. And the 3 of Wands is speaking now, you went down from 9, 6, 3. Altogether, that's 17 wands. So you go from 9, 6 to 3. That's 17 wands. That's the number 8. So another 8 alone through the wands. An 8 that is again speaking about boundaries in how much you want to do. Don't do so much, right? Just feel also that things have a moment of, we need to, we need to feel, we need to become sensitive, we need to become also a little sensitive in how much we get into a person's life, how much we want to be close to them, right? And feel that. But nevertheless, you get the push to go forward into the 3 of Wands, which is recreating, which is now making a new manifesting something new, wanting to create something new and being eager about it. So eager about it that you even have the intentionality to go to the eye of the needle, the number 17, right? The eye is looking at the needle and is saying, okay, I want to get through this. I want to push myself through this. I want to learn. I want to know. I want to understand. And again, it's an 8, a 17. It's an 8. And the eye of the needle is speaking about intentionality and clarity and positive outcomes, right? If you look through the eye of a needle, what do you see? Summon the experience of being so singularly focused on the task ahead that it becomes natural to remove everything that is superfluous, every distraction, every nonsense, non-essential, so you succeed. What is, in this case, the definition of success? In order for the threading of the needle to happen, everything not in alignment with your goal needs to go. This is the only way you'll get what you need. Shrewd discernment, the willingness to winnow down the needle thread connection to its essence. The eye of the needle looks so tiny, but once your intention threads through it, a vast opportunity is presented on the other side. Right? And that's the 8, and that's the moon in your sign is giving you a highlight. It's giving you a lot of light into your life, a lot of light into the life that is saying, are you loving yourself? Are you loving yourself so much that you get up even though your own card is cutting you down. Your own card is telling you, you create everything yourself. It's not the other, it's yourself. Are you ready to go through this 888 portal? I'm just checking if there's another 8. That's a 9. No. Oh yeah, here, this 8. 4 times the 8. The heart to focus, the heart to also know the boundary, the heart to see deep into your subconscious, the heart to work on yourself, the heart to get through and have the intention to grow, right? Wherever you're growing into this success, don't let this success slide away, right? 3 times the success, and learn from your mistakes and learn that it's never too late. Wow. So I hope I see you in the next reading, because the earth is turning in such a way that we see behind the sun the sign of Cancer. Cancer is not here today. Cancer? No, but the moon is here, right? The moon is also connected with Cancer. So the healing is continuing, the healing of getting up again and again, right? Knowing that sometimes you cut your own limbs, you cut your own head off, which is good, which is then this position, right? Learning this position so that you can let go. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.